Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Okay, let's do this.
Distance nerding.
Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. We're here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday, and you know what that means. You are now watching and listening and tasting and partying with Distance Nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con radio family of podcasts.
Yeah. Well, he's Wayne the Unknown.
He is Hummus 5000.
And he's right. Young boy Phil. That worked out.
I did. And we're here to nerd
together.
And with all
Nailed
that,
it for the...
And she's Frey Girl.
And we're here to nerd together.
We're nerding out together. We're nerding out together.
We're talking about anything pop culture, movies, news, music, food, wrestling, Comic-Cons. Whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Of course, follow us, guys, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. Of course, you can email us at your pleasure and your disposal. Here, you ready for it, Frey?
Your pleasure and your disposal. That sounds
I don't
dirty.
know that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I meant it exactly the way it sounded. At Nerding at AOL.com. Get it done, guys.
God, you guys are ridiculous.
Get it. Thanks for popping in, Frey Girl.
Yeah, I was finishing up dinner. So
dusting your Wonder Woman collection. That's okay. I understand.
I like the way that she said it. She goes, I was finishing off, the dinner. It's great. You look absolutely glowy right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Glow up. It must be all the Barbie stuff.
It must be. She's glowing because of Barbie.
Wait, is dinner code for something? I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Having dinner.
Oh, okay.
2 hours ahead of you guys.
He was eating food, James.
For me.
All right. Okay. Salisbury steak is code for something else, I guess. I don't know.
God.
Let's go.
Already off the rails, and it's James's fault this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week on deck, we've got the Geekend Update.
Silver Age is coming.
Lights, camera, reaction.
Young Phil is a Barbie girl and in a Barbie world.
Come on, Frey. Let's go party.
You have to be a Ken.
I know, right?
Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Rumors.
Are we going for a ride in the Razor Crest?
Possibly. And of course, the download.
The strike strikes again.
But first, shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
But first,
let me get a shout out.
Shout out to Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. If you're a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster like Wayne the Unknown, looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, level up your Poddex like Wayne the Unknown is going to do. Check out poddex.com and use code nerding10 for 10% off, just like Wayne the Unknown is going to do.
I like that he's just plugging Wayne the Unknown.
It's reverse plugging because now I'm going to make them spend money. So that's good. At poddex.com.
Go to poddex.com. Use the code nerding10. Get 10% off your order. Completely worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, if the show is powered by Poddex, then you may be asking yourself right now, what powers young Phil? And I'm going to tell you.
I was gonna say Adderall, but okay.
I mean, that's what powers Tom Cruise.
Oh.
I am I'm at a loss of words for James's announcement there. That was very young Phil of you.
That was apparently.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I can see that. He's on the W right now. Guys,
Right?
ladies and gentlemen,
he's on Adderall. That you're on.
he 100% is on Adderall. Ladies and gentlemen, W is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugar, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. And ladies and gentlemen, it's keto friendly for those of you who are living that keto lifestyle. W contains Neurofactor, a neurotropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. Find out more about W at www.w.gg. Use the code NERDING10. Get 10% off your order. There are a crap ton of delicious flavors at this point. I lost track of how many there are now. And they're all great. There's not a flavor that I don't enjoy that they make here.
There you go.
So,
and I think they have some deals right now. Like you can get like these special like shakers with like anime characters on it. So just go check out w.gg. Get yourself some W.
Wait, you can get bling with the W? That's fantastic. I mean, that's amazing.
Is that Madison I hear?
Yeah, I just had to drop in because I heard there was bling. So you know how I am. I love the bling.
Absolutely. All right. Well, here we go, guys. Let's get into this. That was great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've gotten all of these sponsorships and all the people who keep the lights on around here out of the way, let's get into some
Geekend Update!
James is going full on.
He's just channeling his inner Phil.
He is.
Oh, that's good. I love stealing young Phil's lines because he's never ready for it.
He's like stealing my thunder. He's just like, I have I've got nothing. Yeah, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, listen to Distance Nerding on our and our second show, A Comic Conversation, via comicconradio.com. Look for the Distance Nerding podcast, even this show, this episode that you're listening to right now, and a new episode of Comic Conversation each week on comicconradio.com/podcasts. Someone should probably put that in the chat. You on that, James?
My screen froze, but I'll try it.
Not working. I can't do it. Well, Comic-Con season is in full effect right now.
It really is. We're
really
in Comic-Con era right here.
Right. You know, we just finished Powerhouse. Was it 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago now, James?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah, and now we're getting ready for Silver Age Comic-Con.
Silver Age Comic-Con, July 8th at the Reno Sparks Convention Center in Nevada.
I can't remember that one soon.
What is that? The Silver State, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But check out this lineup. It's not just like one day of cons. It's like 2 days of cons packed into one day. So check out these panels that we have to do. We got Power Rangers Universe. So Brittany and Purdy, best known.
Oh,
we lost James.
Frozen for a while.
I mean, he said his screen was freezing a bit, so I think that had a factor.
Yeah. So I'll continue here. Brittany Ann Partle is an actress best known for Power Rangers Super Mega Force, the legendary battle, and Jasmeet Bajwala from Power Rangers Beast Morphers. There's also going to be we're going to be behind the Scream with 2 actors from Scream, Nancy Ann Ritter and Lenore Scafo. Okay. Want to make sure I say that right. Talking Anime in America with Jackie Lastra from Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Pokemon, Demon Slayer. She's been in all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, the legendary Grey Delisle Griffin from Avatar: The Last Airbender, Fairly Odd Parents, Star Wars Clone Wars, Legend of Korra, Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen, Bumblebee, and so much more. She's been in everything. Mandy from Billy and Mandy, like just she's in everything. Every cartoon that you've ever watched, she's got a voice in it at some point.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, right? For Your Eyes Only with Raymond Benson, most well known as the first American author of James Bond's continuation novels between 1996 and 2002.
That is awesome.
I know, right? The 6 original novels, 3 movie novelizations, and 3 short stories. So, I mean, like he's done a whole bunch of stuff, as well as the 1980s classic reference book, The James Bond Bedside Companion.
That tracks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ready for some awesomeness, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. Oh yeah, James said he just went offline.
Yeah,
It sucks.
Uh-oh, bad connection.
Yep. His kids are probably watching Bluey right now. That's why. So, Predator meets Andor with Brian A. Prince, best known as the in the 2018 Predator movie, he was the Predator, and then in Black Panther and Civil War. David Chung, who's in Andor, Doctor Strange 2, Fantastic Beasts, Avengers: Age of Ultron. He's in a bunch of upcoming Marvel stuff, Aquaman 2, Batgirl. As if you go and watch the build, as interviewed by Frey Girl.
My dogs are kind of having a moment, so
no worries.
No, like
hey, he's back
in my light. Okay,
and we're here to nerd together.
They're together.
All right, we're nerding and we're nerding. And then of course the last interview, the last big thing that we're doing at Silver Edge Comic Con's Patriot Games, featuring AJ Buckley from CSI New York, Navy SEALs, Rush Hour, Blue Bloods, TMNT, Wolverine and the X-Men. He's been in all kinds of stuff too. And then the original Captain America, Reb Brown, which was
Such
also
a cool
on.
dude.
He is. I love Reb Brown, who's also on Mystery Science Theater 3000. If you are fans of bad movies from the 70s.
Is that the one with the? Is that the one with? Is that the one version with the rubber ears?
It's the rubber ears and the bike helmet, and he's got the see-through plastic shield.
I want to say invisible, but I guess that doesn't work.
I don't think it's invisible. I think it's actually
it wasn't invisible.
It's like
it was just that weird shield that he had
it's I would call it a bubble shield.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be
shield.
Right. I think it's supposed to be like a ballistics plastic, but I mean, you know, that's definitely not as good as a vibranium one.
I think he got his vibranium off AliExpress. You know,
no, Wish. It was
Wish.
He got the Wish.
We don't have vibranium. We have vibranium at home.
Yeah, so many actors and voice actors and talent that's going to be at Silver Edge Comic Con July 8th, Reno Sparks Convention Center. So it was at Circus last year, right?
Right.
It's getting bigger and expanding, so it's going to be awesome. Come check it out.
Right, definitely at a bigger venue with I mean, we have a whole bunch of guests that are here, so it's pretty intense.
I think it's connected to the Atlantis.
Yes.
And Atlantis has a buffet, so
James
I'm wearing my stretchy pants.
Look, they all have buffets. There's buffets everywhere in Vegas. It's like you can have surgery and then go to the buffet. I mean, that's how many buffets there are in Vegas.
Reno's got some good food.
Reno.
Yeah. I mean, Reno's basically, it's a smaller Vegas, so.
Pretty much.
Reno's just where you get divorced, and Vegas is where you get married.
There you go.
Wow. Okay.
Someone who's been to Reno, the food is really good. I mean, the only place I ever had food at Reno was a place called Cane's. Really good chicken.
Oh, Cane's. They're opening all over Sacramento now.
Yeah, they're all over here too.
Get hungry now.
That's over by the Shields. I know exactly where that is.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it going.
All right. Well, let's move on, guys, because we got some trailers to react to, because it is now time for Lights, Camera, Reaction.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Now, the trailer that we got coming up this week is a special one, specifically for Frey. This is for Frey.
I'm so excited about this. You guys don't even know. I have been like ever since
we
the
know.
trailer came out. I seriously have been like every day going, I can't wait till Barbie comes out. I can't wait till Barbie comes out. I can't wait till Barbie comes out. I just love it so much.
Oh man! So I'm actually gonna put us at the bottom of the screen here.
It's so weird seeing Ryan Gosling as having platinum blonde hair. That's all I have to say.
Like, we're already used to it with Margot Robbie because, like, you know, she plays
Harley Quinn.
Like that. Yeah, Harley Quinn, everything like that. But yeah,
but these are all wigs. They put them all in wigs this part. Well, no, he dyed his hair, but I know Margot did wigs for most of it, or extensions at least. So I'm not obsessed or anything. I just
it's not an obsession at all.
No, absolutely not.
You know, she just loves Barbie movies. Okay, well, guys, let's get into this this trailer here. We basically got a story trailer going, so let's go ahead and watch this.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
I bet it is. I'm ready for you, Frey. I'm ready for your excitement.
This will be like the 7th time I've watched it. It's so cool.
Because
I'm so excited.
Didn't they have a Dr. Ken or something like that?
No, yeah. So the Ken he is portraying is actually doctor. That's his profession as doctor.
It's Dr. Ken.
So,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I think what's going to happen. So like you guys probably didn't see it, but when the other three, like when the 2 Barbies and the Alan are going to like in another Barbie car, trying to go to the real world, in the background it says Kendom. So like now that the main Barbie has left, it seems like things are going to break down, and Ken's going to take over, and it's just going to like implode everything.
I mean, the one Ken we saw in the trailer where they were talking about beaching each other off.
Yeah.
Who will beat you off?
So I can't remember the actor. I can't remember the actor's name. But, yeah, I think it sounds like from what you're saying, he may take over Barbie's world.
Yeah, I think basically that's what's going to happen. Is like all the guys are gonna, all the Kens are gonna be like, we're not Ann Ken anymore. We're and I think that's gonna the main Barbie leaving is gonna be the catalyst for that.
Right, and it's like it's cool because Ryan Gosling is he's built and all that, but Simu Liu's way more built than he is.
It's just interesting seeing Simu Liu go from Shang-Chi to
Ken.
Barbie. Yeah.
Right. Well,
he's actually a good comedic actor.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, you see his chops in Shang-Chi, but I mean also because he came from comedy, so I mean like it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. By the way, what's up to Early Bird Creative? What's going on? Hanging out in the chat.
Can you make us bigger?
Can us bigger? No, I don't want to. I don't want to make us bigger.
No, let's make us bigger. Because it was freaking me out. We were all like little tiles there, and I felt like I was in that. And
you're in the YouTube video.
Yeah, I'm in the YouTube video, and I am. So it's really meta, but I just am like, it freaked me out a little. No, so
you don't want to be in the Barbie world anymore.
No, I totally want it. That's the only world I want to be in. Well, not the only one, but it's one of the top 3.
I like that they gave us a story trailer because I'm kind of on board with it now, and I think the whole like theme to this will be like, as much as Barbie's about being like the perfect model or doll or whatever, it's about not being perfect, about like accepting who you are, and everybody has flaws, whether it's Barbie or Ken or Simu Liu Ken or whoever. So I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a lot more. Well, there's going to be the 3 things that I noticed the first few times I watched this was the misogynistic thing with Ken at the end, and that Barbie's she's not having a midlife crisis, but she's having an existential crisis. Like she's becoming self-aware,
right?
And that I think, and the third one was like I just feel like there's gonna be other things. Like I think she's gonna go back to Barbie Land and know she's an icon, and that's what's gonna help her through it. But I also think she's gonna help America Ferrera's character like totally overthrow Mattel, and she's going to be the new boss of Mattel. And
okay.
yeah, and that Will Ferrell went. This is my out there, like swinging for the cheap seats. She's they're gonna take Will Ferrell into Barbie Land, and he's gonna be another Ken. That's gonna be his punishment.
Or it turns out that this is what was his character in the Lego movie?
I was just about to say that he was like the boss guy,
Mr. President or something.
They're like President Business or something like that.
Yeah, President Business. That's it.
Yeah, watch this is gonna tie into the Lego movie, and he's gonna be President.
If I'm not mistaken, Lego was also done by Warner. Lego movie was also done by
Warner Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, watch him. This is what President Business does during the day.
Yeah.
Like, this is his day job.
That's where he goes to work.
Oh my gosh.
And he's got the pink drumsticks, because the pink drumsticks are the best thing. Just seriously, it's the best. I just think it would be great because it'll be opposite Elf.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah. So he's going back. So.
Frey. So I know you're excited.
Yeah.
What's your rating and why is it a 10?
It is 10 Barbie Corvettes out of 10 Allens to the rescue.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I gotta do Alan. Gotta do the Alan thing.
Who's Alan?
He's Ken's friend.
He's Ken's best friend.
Yeah.
He was married to Midge, the pregnant Barbie.
Who's Midge?
She's Barbie's little sister.
Barbie has a sister?
She's also a pregnant Barbie. Was an actual Barbie back then.
Yeah, Barbie has two sisters because there's also Skipper.
She's actually got 3.
She's got 3 because she's got the littlest sister.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Okay.
And
I have 2 daughters, so
yeah. I was gonna say the update because you have daughters, so
I know. I'm just feeding. I wanted to ask you, Frey, though. You're a Barbie girl, or a Barbie woman, I should say. Excuse me.
I'm a Barbie woman.
Did anything that you've seen in this trailer, or any of the other trailers, or anything you're worried about, did anything offend you? Oh.
Apparently, really
Princess Diana is offended. She is triggered.
Yeah, she is. Gal and Proxy. Usually Proxy's the instigator and she'll bark, and then she gets Gal to bark, and then she stops. Like, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah. No, I thought it was going to go this way. I just knowing Greta Gerwig and her style, I had a feeling this was going to be much more subversive than we were originally supposed to believe. I mean, even in the trailer, like the words, it's like, if you loved Barbie, you'll love this movie. If you hated Barbie, you'll love this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what it's going to be.
Gotcha.
It's going to be that fish out of water, oh my God, what am I doing here kind of thing. And she'll learn some hard truths, and she'll come back better for it. And yeah, and I think maybe there will be a little bit more balance in Barbie Land.
Got it. All right. Okay, cool. Wayne, how pumped are you to see this movie?
I mean, I'm not really big on Barbie. No disrespect to the Barbie, but it's going to be interesting seeing Margot Robbie come back for another Warner Brothers film. I'm not surprised someone like Ryan Gosling is playing Ken, though. It fits.
Oh, yeah. It absolutely fits.
It fits, and I will say this: I have a funny feeling that once the credits roll, there's one or two things. They're either gonna play the Barbie song by Aqua, or there's gonna be an after credits scene. I feel
They're probably both.
I have a feeling that Aqua is gonna pop up like when they first introduce the world. Right?
Yeah, that would be a good time.
Or if not that, then it'll be like a cover that, like, that kind of like, if you grew up in the 90s, this song, right? And I mean, it seems like there's a lot of nostalgia in this, right? So it's like, there's going to be the I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. It may not be the original song. It might be like orchestral version of it, like in the score, like a scored version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that song is going to play when they introduce the world.
Probably.
By the end, it'll be some metal version. I like it.
Oh yeah, if it's a metal version of Barbie World, I am downloading it and listening to it on repeat all the time.
The entire soundtrack is just the Barbie song, but just different versions of it.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll get like a polka version and whatnot. I'm
And
down.
And then now, like probably like a few months after or so, it'll be released on Max, since it is a
Yeah.
Warner Brothers property.
Yes, it will be on Max. We know that. They're probably already thinking like, what's the date that we should put it on Max?
I'm kind of, I'm kind of into this.
What's your rating?
I want to give this eight Barbie dream houses out of 10 Barbie flat feet. So I'm interested.
That's a lot of Barbie cash. Are you sure you want to go with 8 Barbie dream houses? That's a lot of cash there.
Give it 45 days. No, that's true. Chris, you're right.
I think I have 8 Barbie dream houses in my living room as we speak. So let's not worry about it.
Remember, he has twins. Remember, he has twins, so he has to get 2 of everything.
Yeah, give it 45. Yeah, I'm with Chris on that. Give it 45 days, and it'll be on Max.
It'll be on Max.
What up, Chris?
Wayne, what's your rating? What and like what's your
I would probably if I have to give a rating, I would give it a 7.5 Barbies out of 10 Malibu dream houses.
And you went with the Malibu dream house. I appreciate that.
All right,
it's very specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on up
to Malibu. I'm gonna give this 9 ethnically diverse Ken dolls out of 10 Ken's wearing doctor, white lab coats.
White lab coats.
10 Dr. Clicky pens.
Dr. Ken's with clicky pens and something sharp. Give me the sharp thing.
Give me the Sharpie. I need the Sharpie. Oh, there he is.
Speaking of clicky pens.
There you go.
That's true. Chris Neal does have 2 girls himself, so
See,
Wow.
He knows.
I never had the Barbie dream house. I had the townhouse, which was taller. So that's what I liked.
Well, whenever you come to California, come on over. You can hang out with my kids and play with it. So
yeah.
I had GI Joes and played.
I got those too. So.
Played Barbie with my cousins while I was GI Joe.
I'm thinking a lot of movies based off of like action figures and dolls lately.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because
it's all nostalgia.
Sell more toys.
Nostalgia, yeah.
I mean, Saturday Night Live made a skit on American Girl.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was funny with Anna de Armas. That was really funny, and they just all kept dying. I was like,
That's
oh
funny.
my god.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the trailers. We only had the one this week, so
Okay, bye everybody. Oh wait, no.
Hey.
I'm done with the show. So let's get into it, guys. It's time to get into some rumors because let's get into some starting rumors.
I don't know.
I don't know where to get in.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. You ready for some rumors?
I'm over it. Some rumors.
My first one is kind of MCU-ish. So Halle Berry recently shared a photo of herself on the Twitter. I don't use Twitter, so I haven't seen the photo. With her with silver hair, and the comment was, "Patience takes practice." So everybody's thinking, like, wait a second, why does she have silver hair? Is she gonna be Storm again, maybe in Deadpool 3?
So actually, I'm surprised that this was the only part of the rumor that you got. So Famke Jensen, Halle Berry, and who's the one that played Cyclops?
James Marsden.
Oh, James
James
Marsden.
Marsden. The rumor right now is all three of them are coming back, reprising
Mhm.
their X-Men roles for Deadpool 3.
Did they have silver hair in a photo?
No, but I mean, like, that's the thing, is that's probably just confirming the rumor is her with silver hair.
Or
Yeah.
you know what? She might just actually naturally have silver hair, everyone.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of us
That's
actually do.
true.
That's our mutant power, is to have silver hair, and I have silver hair.
He does. He does. I can
I'm just more distracted by her holding the cat.
Yeah. I think that's who Patience is. Or it's a Flurkin. Or both.
Or
'Cause,
both,
you
yeah.
know.
That cat
Remember-
does not look happy in the
At
photo.
all.
I remember seeing this picture go around through being shared around through TikTok. People thinking that she's gonna be in Deadpool 3, which you never know.
You know,
I mean, look at
I
that
think
cat.
it'd be
That cat is-
fun.
Okay,
That
you
cat
can
does
at
not
least
look
put her
happy.
silver hair in the photo too. Let's
I'm
not-
trying to see how angry that cat is. That cat looks
That
like it's
cat,
trying to murder
yeah.
somebody. It's plotting to
Yeah.
kill somebody right now.
That
I
cat is looking
mean,
into my
she
soul.
She did play as Catwoman too, so you know.
Oh God,
Nope.
we do not acknowledge that.
Even Halle Berry doesn't acknowledge it. I remember like seeing something about how she acknowledged saying like
She got a Razzie for it.
I know. I could be misquoting, but I know even she was like saying it was like a piece of shit.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
It was awful. I couldn't even watch the whole thing.
Hey, it's canon.
It is not
So-
canon, actually.
There's a multiverse, so it's canon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see her in the Flash movie. I hope. I
I
hope.
mean, I can't tell
We
if
shall
I
see.
can't tell if she dyed her hair or she just naturally let herself have gray hair.
No,
Yeah,
it's dyed, because look at the undercut. It's like black.
Oh yeah, black.
Do you not understand how gray hair works, James? At the root, it's usually dark, and then it grays as it comes out.
I
It's the
understand very
melanin.
well. Can you look at my
I
hair
see
right
your
now?
hair, but that's not.
I'm very
natural,
Doctor Strange
mister.
right now.
I'm curious
So-
though if she's gonna be in Deadpool. I mean, Hugh Jackman was already announced. Well,
Right. And I mean,
I
it was-
think
ago.
they're gonna do it all. I think
Yeah.
he's just gonna cameo
That's not-
everybody.
That's the root. I
he did a whole they did a whole cameo of the second X-Men cast. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, it would make sense that especially with Deadpool messing around with the multiverse, that
yeah.
we would get that, like,
Oh,
the
and Deadpool 2
cast.
where it showed the first class in that one
Yeah.
scene. Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like,
Yeah.
we had the first class cast when he walks by, and he's like, what did he say? He goes, this mansion's so big, I'm surprised I only see like one or two of you.
Yeah.
And then he walks by the door, and it's like the original cast just
And then
sitting.
Beast is just closing the door.
Closing the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think they're gonna show him here so they don't have to show him for Secret Wars.
There you go. My tacos are on the table, just like Thomas in the chat. Halle Berry is back 1,000 times. Yes, that's 1,000 tacos on the table for Thomas.
Yeah, no.
No one can
tacos
eat
are 100%
1,000
on the table.
tacos.
That sounds like a
That's
challenge,
that's
and I'm
lie.
in. I'm in.
That 100% is a lie. We will eat all of the tacos. No, my tacos are on the table, 100%. I think that this is a way to explain the X-Men in the multiverse. I think that Feige, this is a way for Feige to, especially with like the humor that Ryan Reynolds puts into the Deadpool movies, because he's a partial writer for everything too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like, with the type of humor that they do and all the meta jokes, he can be the one that acknowledges that all these movies exist within this same MCU, but they're just in different universes. He can explain away the multiverse in the live action portion of everything. Where I mean, like, they're starting to do it with Loki, but I think that they can dive into it in a comedic way with Deadpool 3.
Agreed. Is everybody's
Shut
tacos
up
on the
and
table?
Take my
Yeah.
tacos.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
my
I like that.
tacos are on the table. Like, I'm curious.
Take my money.
I'm curious to see if she will, because again, all through social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, it's rumored that she could be potentially in Deadpool 3.
Yeah, and I mean,
I think they have to. Like, you can't just have Wolverine in there. You've got to have. He's got to have some kind of context. He's going to have to go somewhere to get Wolverine.
it would
And
be.
so I think,
I
Yeah.
can't imagine how much convincing Ryan Reynolds had to make to get Hugh Jackman on board for Deadpool 3.
Well, I was gonna say it would be dope to see all of them in comic book accurate costumes.
oh yeah,
So like they already said that Hugh Jackman's getting a comic book accurate Wolverine costume. Like he's gonna be wearing the blue and yellow.
can you imagine Storm
Yes.
with the mohawk?
So the mohawk, but then the white and the black with the attachments on her thumbs. Like,
Yeah,
getting that costume, like that would be a dope ass costume to see Halle Berry in.
oh yeah.
See Famke Jensen in the thing that has the neck guard on it. You know how like covers part of her head. And then James Marsden. Oh my God, James Marsden wearing the full bald cap suit, like not the one with his hair coming out, like the one in the in X-Men 92. But
You're talking about like the one, like the one from
like first class
Av-
Cyclops.
Avenging X-Men,
Yeah,
right?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like Cyclops
Yeah.
in first class,
Yeah, okay.
like the
yeah.
original Cyclops, where he has like the blue bald cap over his.
I know which one you're talking about
Yeah.
too.
Like that's what I want to see. I don't want to see. You know, I mean, if he did X-Men 92, that's fine. That's pretty accurate, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But I would love to see, you know, like all these guys wearing their original comic book accurate costumes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like he could be in a scuba suit. He can be in a scuba suit or something.
Yeah.
I know it was teased in Wolverine, the solo Wolverine, where at the end he opens that briefcase and it shows us the iconic suit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
then
still
all right,
think
so we're all in.
that-
Yep.
I want to
Still
see
think
first class.
Matthew McFadden's gonna be Mr. Sinister.
Oh yeah, no, I'll take you up on that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going. We got one more rumor. So last week, it was reported that Disney World is shutting down Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
That's a good.
$5,000 for 2
Sounds
nights.
good.
Nobody has that kind of money.
That's what
I
we
mean-
named the episode last week. Is nobody has that kind of money.
I know, right?
I know, right?
crazy.
How many times can the
Crazy.
Kardashians go on Star Cruiser? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
But-
I mean, they might as well. They can go on anytime they want.
Yeah.
I know, right? So, what we're hearing now, the company's last ditch efforts to try and save the hotel. It was rumored that Disney thought about rebranding the experience and theming it around the Mandalorian. Interesting.
I would,
I don't think that would have saved it because the
Yeah,
issue is how expensive it was.
Will they?
I
Do
mean,
they
you
take
did
Republic?
this
Will they take
hotel.
Republic credits instead of $5,000?
right.
Republic
Ah.
credits, they're no good here.
Credits
That
will
was
do
good.
fine.
Pretty good, Watto.
I just picture a Watto at the front, like, will you take Republic credits? No.
What are you kind of Jedi waving your hand like that? Ultimate.
So all I have are Imperial credits. Imperial credits are no good anywhere.
Imperial biscuits, only if you have the biscuits.
Oh, I gotta make
Frey has the
those.
But
biscuit.
Yeah,
yeah,
I gotta make those
$5,000 is what I heard they were charging for what 2-3 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights.
That's
Five.
crazy.
Or it's
Jeez,
2 days, 1 night. It was 2 days, 1 night.
It's something
That's
crazy.
just-
Some crazy.
That's just not fun.
It's ridiculous. Like
I mean,
$5,000.
they have a Kingdom Hearts themed hotel, but it's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's like I understand where they were going with it, but they turned it into a premium experience, which is like, you know, and then on top of that, that doesn't include like how like a cruise will include like food and everything like that. That didn't include food and alcohol either. You still had to buy that stuff separately. Like it's not all inclusive. Like you're paying for this experience where you're immersed in Star Wars and everybody's in character and everything like that. And that's a cool concept, but $5,000 for 2 days, 1 night, and then you
I
still
feel
have
bad for
to
the
buy
I
your
feel
food.
bad for the cast members.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to buy your food. You still have to buy. Like there was a drink that came in a Cantona, that cost like $3,000, and it was like a shot.
$3,000 for just blue milk. Jeez.
No, it was like a shot, but it
So,
came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came in a commemorative Cantona though, so it's like, yeah, you get this real working commemorative Cantona that works the same way like when he got the Beskar in season 1 of The Mandalorian, right? Which is kind of cool. Like that thing is cool. It like you press a button and it opens up on the sides and you take the shot out of it, but it's like for 3,000, that's not worth
I
it.
went to the Star Wars experience and all I got was this lousy T-shirt that said
Yeah.
I
It'd
spent
be
$5,000
better if they
for
had
2
ice cream
nights.
in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just an ice cream maker.
Yeah.
Like, you can like
Hey.
get one for like $30 and or
just
go to
make it
Goodwill
and make it
get
and make it
yeah.
look like the one from.
Or the other thing is the real working lightsaber, but it at the same time it you couldn't hit it against stuff because it was essentially you know the snap wristbands.
Yeah.
It was basically a snap wristband. That's how they made it so that it retracted back into the hilt.
Yeah, I saw a video of that where it's like the Rey actor had like the lightsaber, dropped that down, then he used like the actual prop one.
Right.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, they went way too, and they did it at the wrong time because like nobody has any extra cash right now.
You do it when
something like
everybody's
that.
broke.
I agree with Chris.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's a money issue, not a theme issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the theme was
We
great.
need another pandemic.
I mean, if it went up,
We need another
if it went up,
pandemic
if it went
and
up
get
into,
money.
if it actually went up into space, yeah, I'd fork out $5,000 if it went up to space.
We need a
Yeah.
pandemic where we actually got paid.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
5,000,
So-
just 5,000. Ugh.
It doesn't seem like our tacos are on the table, but Disney never
Mm.
officially confirmed the cost of the venture. But this report pegs it around $1 billion of hard-earned Disney money.
Yeah, my credits are not on the table for this one.
No, I mean
Yeah.
the thing is that I would say my tacos are on the table that they thought about doing this. Right? Like they definitely probably were like, how do we save this venture? Well, what if we rethemed it to the Mandalorian? I think that their executives are stupid enough to believe that the problem was the theme and not that it was expensive.
No.
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah.
I mean, so I've seen some people on TikTok voice their opinions how instead of making like this, make it like a themed hotel, like a regular hotel, but have Star Wars stuff surrounding it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and they said that they're like when we reported on this last week, they said that they are learning from the good and the bad from what they did with this, and I would say the takeaways on this, if they do the correct takeaways, is you can create an immersive experience. You can create something that 100% puts you in the world that you want to be in, but
Yeah.
you have to do it in a way that's affordable or else nobody's going to do it.
No.
Yeah, it's got to be affordable to the masses, and that's not affordable to the masses.
Like I get Star Wars is like the biggest franchise in the world, but not at $5,000.
Oh, yeah, no,
Is somebody writing a novel right now? Because they need to shut it down. There's a strike. People, shut it down. All right, let's get moving over to news.
I was going to say,
Let's
speaking of
do
strikes,
this
let's get into the news guide because it is now time
for the download.
Strike. We're on strike. No.
A couple of weeks ago, it was reported that Marvel Studios was going to push forward with production on the films like Blade and Deadpool 3 and Thunderbolts during the writer's strike. Well, now the production on one of those projects is pausing. Thunderbolts was set to start shooting in 3 weeks in Atlanta, in the Hotlanta, but that's no longer the case, as the crew was recently notified that production will not be moving forward, but the plan is to resume production after the strike ends. Thunderbolts is set to premiere July 26th, 2023? No, 2024.
2024.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I was going to say,
But it's probably
that
going to
sounds-
be later.
it's
than
going to get
that
pushed
now.
back even more.
Yeah.
And I
that
mean,
sounds more believable with a year pushback.
yeah, I mean, they already had trouble in the water with this because they already did have gone through a couple script changes on it. Because they were saying they were
Cast
focusing too much.
changes.
Cast changes. They were saying they were focusing too much on the Black Widow cast and not enough on like everybody else in the cast. which I can see. You know, they're just like, oh yeah, we just did this, so let's talk about these characters. But it's like, you know, that's not keeping in the thunder or in the spirit of Thunderbolts.
I mean, if you want to have more than a couple of people from Black Widow, you should definitely do that. But come on,
They could be in the background. They could pose.
Yeah,
It
the
reminds
Winter
me of, like, the voice
Soldier.
actors
We
strike.
got Johnny Mayonnaise.
Johnny
I don't even know
Mayonnaise.
I don't know why that's a thing, but it's there. You've got the Val. The Val is fantastic. She's awesome. I love her.
Not to mention,
Mhm.
Chris chimed in. William Hurt passing away.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
recently. I mean, so that means that they depend on Harrison Ford since they announced
Right.
it.
I was gonna say because they recast Harrison Ford, and it's
Okay.
like, you know, I'm kind of excited for that, but at the same time, I'm feeling like we're not going to get a proper Red Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we haven't seen a Red Hulk yet. I mean, Sam Elliott was the original back in like 2000 something with Bruce Banner.
Yeah, originally, yes.
Eric
I mean,
Bana. Yeah.
Eric Banner. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that one.
It's a close enough name. Any all
Can't
right,
be sure.
Christopher, here
The
you
other,
go.
I was gonna
Here
say the
you
other,
go. Christopher, here you go.
I was gonna say
Okay.
the other thing in this too is it's like, so we got a version of Taskmaster, and I'm okay with Taskmaster being gender bended. My issue with Taskmaster is more they made that character so serious, and it's like
And Lane.
you kind of, yeah, because Taskmaster, so she doesn't have the photographic memory that Tony Masters has, so that already is kind of is problematic for me character wise. But the other thing is Tony Masters is quippy, you know, like I enjoy when you read a story with Tony Masters, he's just quipping the whole way and he's just pissing people off.
Not a
Yep.
silent, angry antagonist.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing is like, I don't want silent and angry. I get you want to do angsty and your daughter's basically a robot, but it's like, well, okay, with the way that they've ended it, is she gonna open up and is she like naturally kind of like more of a dick and that would be like a funnier character? Or again, the way they kind of ended it, spoilers for a movie that came out a while back, but I
During
mean,
the pandemic.
yeah. But I mean, the other thing that they ended it on is that Taskmaster was part of a program and it wasn't necessarily that she was the Taskmaster. I think it was just, I think they're turning it into a mantle and you're going to have multiple characters.
Well, that
And I
makes
think that,
sense.
yeah. And I think that, you know, if they go that route, you can introduce Tony Masters and him be Taskmaster. And plus, I want a traditional, I want his traditional skull mask. I you know, like you can do a contractor's mask, like almost like how Black Mask had his mask in Birds of Prey. Like you can do a contractor's mask as a skull rather than it being like, okay, it's got skull motifs, but it's like a robot
First one I
mask.
ever heard of Taskmaster was from the Spider-Man the animated series.
Yeah, well, Taskmaster's been in all kinds of stuff, but I mean, like, yeah, like just my favorite iterations of Taskmaster were from Secret Wars, and it was his interactions with the Dark Avengers, his interactions with Deadpool, and because Deadpool hires him to like to create a distraction, and that whole relationship between the two of them was hilarious.
Oh, I
Because
could
Tony
see,
Masters-
I could see that. I don't think I need to reread.
I think what this
Secret
test
Wars.
master, their visor, like the inside of their helmet, their visor would like capture the people's movements and everything.
That's the movie version of him. He has a photographic memory, and his like actual power is that he can mimic anybody's movements just by looking at them.
Yeah,
I
and
think that's
he
called like
studies lots of
combat
tape.
photographic
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah, that's like he beat the shit out of Captain America because he figured out like how to move like Captain America just by watching him for like 5 minutes.
By watching his ass for 5 minutes.
Yeah, America's ass.
Ass.
But yeah, no, I mean, you know, I want to see. I'm hoping that the strike, like
It's a good
as
joke.
far as affecting this, will like make it where like, okay, let's rework this while we're out, and then when they go back to the movie, you know, it's something that's going to be more something that we want to see. because it's like U.S. agent, cool, whatever, Taskmaster. Not the greatest version of him or anything like that. I do like that they're bringing back Ghost. I think that Ghost didn't get enough.
From Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Ghost is she's not in it anymore.
Oh.
She's getting ghosted.
She got ghosted. I was gonna say, like, I would have liked Ghost to be in it because she did not get enough due in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But I mean, Yelena Belova's fine. It's gonna be interesting.
Guardian.
Red Guardian, obviously, see the Russian Captain America. It's interesting that Bucky is going to be in this because I kind of want to see kind of where he fits in with this kind of group, because they're basically the Suicide Squad of Marvel. So it's like
that is dead accurate. And what's her name is basically Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Val. Yeah.
Unless they're making Bucky the Rick Flag character.
Bucky is a mole for Captain America. I have said this since they announced it. He's there. He's a mole for Captain America. And Yelena is there on behalf of Hawkeye. And they're trying to figure out what's going on with this. And that's why they're like leery of each other, because they don't know that they're working for the good guys and that kind of thing. I think that's what it's gonna be.
So basically Bucky and Yelena are the Rick Flag and Harley Quinn of this quote unquote Suicide Squad.
Kind of, but also they probably don't know to what extent that they can trust anybody.
Right.
So I mean, it'll be interesting. We're lingering on this one a little much, so let's.
Let me say for Christopher Neal real quick. Hello, Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop.
Hello, Kate Bishop. Are you done? Can I eat now?
You want
macaroni? One fork?
My favorite.
Why do you have one fork?
You have hot sauce?
Can I put the hot sauce on? Can I put the hot sauce on now? I've been working on my Kate Bishop or on my Yelena.
On your Yelena Belova?
Yelena.
Solid. I like it. Okay, let's keep going. In black and white news, a few months ago, it was announced that Sony Pictures is developing a live-action Spider-Man Noir series for Amazon Studios.
If it's not Nick Cage, I don't want it.
Okay, hold on to your horses. We got an update from the project by producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller from, of course, Spider-Man Across the Universe fame.
Right.
It's still, there you go. It's still very much happening. It's just stalled because of the writers' strike.
Right.
I can't wait to see what the suit looks like if it's live
action.
The
strike strikes back again.
Like I'm sure. I mean, that's why I called it WGA Strikes Back, right? I do like the idea of doing Spider-Man Noir, and this is supposed to be live action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, I like the idea of doing Spider-Man Noir. He's actually a really interesting character, doing a 1940s noir character, but as Spider-Man. I like the idea of this. Again, I'm also leery because Sony doesn't exactly know what they're doing. I do trust Phil Lord and Chris Miller, though. They've done nothing but when it comes to Spider-Man. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. So they did say that that it's still happening. And yes, because of the writer strike, everything shut down. But once it gets resolved, they said we'll get right back into it. So they're probably writing and producing. Right. Probably writing with a team. So I'm sure it's going to have some good Spider-Man nuggets in it. So I'm excited for this one.
I wonder if they're going to shoot it in black. I wonder if they're going to shoot it in black and white.
That would be cool.
Like they did with that the werewolf, the Marvel werewolf one. Werewolf by Night. Yeah, Werewolf by Night. They did on Disney Plus.
And then just add certain colors, because like I know in the comic. Before they the Rubik's Cube is different colors and stuff. Like, so they just do pops of color every now and then. I think that'd be really cool. And, like what they did in Sin City, all black and white, but like certain aspects were colored. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It would actually look really good with the Sin City aesthetic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or that one comedy Schindler's List. That one, just like that.
That comedy Schindler's List.
Yeah. No, okay. I'll just keep going.
Yeah. But no, I do like the idea of doing it kind of like Frank Miller style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Like that oversaturation almost.
Right.
Of the black and the white, and then you have like just these pops of color, which is what they kind of did in Werewolf by Night at the end, where her coat comes in to color and then everything else. Because I think it's cool.
And then you get to see one thing at the end.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So good.
And you meet Ted.
Speaking of friendly neighborhood news, it was recently reported that Andy Samberg jumped on board for Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse to voice
Ben Reilly's
one of the 208 Spider-Man characters. Oh my gosh! So he's going to be the Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, so he's going to be Ben Reilly. I'm actually
Ben
kind of excited
Barnes.
about this.
Wait, no, Ben Barnes.
Han
isn't
Solo.
out.
Wait, Han Solo
Ben
Burger
Reilly.
is going to be voicing Ben Reilly Spider-Man.
Yeah.
If anyone gets that reference from, that's my boy.
Yeah. No, but so Ben Reilly, he's a clone of Peter Parker that becomes Spider-Man. So it says Ben Barnes on there. Yeah, no, it's Ben Reilly.
I saw that on TikTok earlier today. I mean, not TikTok, but Instagram. Like, alrighty then, should be interesting.
I think it's cool. You want to have like for Spider-Man, you want to have the funny, quippy ones, and I think Andy Samberg, is really a funny, quippy one. I think that's great.
This was one of my when they started talking about like Spider-Verse characters and whatnot. Like, which one do you want to see? Which ones do you want to see? I mean, Spider-Man 2099 was one of my big ones we're getting in this movie. I always said that, I want to see Scarlet Spider because Ben Reilly is probably one of the best Spider-Man characters out of all the different Spider-Men that are out there. And the fact that Andy Samberg's going to play him, I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to do.
Is this for part? Are you voicing him for part 1 or part 2? Because I know this movie's going to be in 2 parts.
I think this is all in part 1.
Okay. Should be interesting. I'm glad to see, a lot of good Spider-Man characters. I mean, they even have the PS4 suit in the movie as well.
Yeah, I saw that. You guys saw in the new trailer when he's sitting on the couch and he's like, and then my uncle dies, and he's like, yeah, and then he goes, and then just something really bad happened. He goes, let me guess, your uncle died.
Yeah, that whole thing, and then they all burst
that
through.
whole bit. Spider Horse was in there.
Yes, Spider Rex was in it.
Spider Cat.
Spider Cat's in it.
Or as I like to say, Spider Flurkin.
Spider Flurkin.
Or in the Miles Morales video game, the cat literally goes by Spider-Man.
That's funny. By the way, it was also announced that Amanda Stenberg is also going to be in the movie as Spider-Bite. Amanda Stenberg, she's going to be the lead in the Acolyte, so Star Wars Acolyte.
Oh, cool!
Nice.
That's cool.
She'll be in that, so she's going to be in the Spider-Verse as well.
Yeah, they're just getting everybody in this movie.
Yeah, so
you have to with the amount of Spider characters that are in this.
I think I might be in it, and I'm just not aware of it yet.
Yeah, exactly. So the movie is thwipping into theaters on June 2nd, 2023. Next week or this week? No, this week.
This week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
I'm so tempted to see it.
This Friday, man.
Y'all, I'm gonna see it. I went and saw The Machine this weekend.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you. So jealous of you.
It was fun.
Mark Hamill's in
really
everything
fun.
now.
Mark Hamill was amazing.
As he should be. It's Mark freaking Hamill.
He got to say so many bad words.
Yes.
He's never cussed. I don't think he's ever really cussed.
Oh no, he cusses. He cusses.
Not in movies.
Not in movies.
Man, he cussed in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
I think he
gotta
also
cuss
cussed
in a Jay and Silent.
I also think he cussed in the 1970 film Corvette Summer.
Yes.
You know what? I think he did too. I remember watching that.
Yeah, not many people know that Mark Hamill did that right after the first Star Wars film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He swore in Star Wars. You don't remember that? He's like, Uncle Owen, this one's got a fucking bad motivator. You don't remember that line? That was the line. That was the line.
That fucking motivator.
He's the first one to drop the F-bomb in Star Wars.
Oh, that's good.
And then at the end of Jedi, you're not my fucking dad.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad, man.
I mean,
Listen,
let's let's be honest. If anyone has a foul mouth in Star Wars, it's R2D2.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And Chopper.
Oh yeah, Chopper.
Chopper, definitely.
War
You know what?
crimes. War crimes. Chopper.
I
The-
understand
the-
everything Chopper says. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The-
He is
the
a
question
lovely
is-
human, a lovely robot.
The question is, who's got a fouler mouth? Teen Groot or Chopper?
Me.
Chopper.
Maybe
You guys
Chopper.
remember Teen Groot? They had to everybody had to reprimand him for.
Whoa! Yeah.
Oh, you got a little bit of sap, and you're just going.
I think we all know what Groot was
Got some
saying.
acorns on you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like you're saying, Andy Samberg. That's gonna be interesting to see him voice. I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious if it's gonna be Andy Samberg or Andy Samberg gonna lower his voice for Ben Reilly.
It's Andy Samberg. We're not paying Andy Samberg to not do his Andy Samberg thing.
I mean, they
I
did
don't
this.
know. We paid.
Of course, it's
They
going to be very
paid.
Andy Samberg.
They're gonna do a
Cooper
Dick in
to
the
not
Box joke.
sound like Bradley
I mean-
Cooper in Guardian. So
They're gonna do a Dick in the Box joke. It's gonna happen.
Oh God, haven't
Yeah.
seen. Anyway,
All right, let's keep it going. In who news?
Who?
who?
Cindy Lou Who?
Who?
Game of
Who?
Thrones and Obi-Wan Kenobi actress Indira Varma is set to join the next season of Doctor Who.
Kenobi.
Is this the one with the new Doctor, or is this with the David Tennant one when it's coming?
Well, you just listen. You just hang tight. You just eat a taco and just relax.
Sorry, I'm excited.
She
I was
also-
excited to see David Tennant come back.
She also previously appeared in the Doctor Who spin-off series Torchwood,
Yes,
but she will be taking on a new role as a mysterious character named the Duchess. Ooh.
She's gonna be some kind of alien that's just gonna murder and
When
devour.
I think of the Duchess, I think of how Doctor Who has the Master.
Who?
Yes, she's gonna be a Time Lord, another Time Lord.
Showrunner Russell T Davies called the Duchess part truly spectacular. She will join the 15th Doctor, played by Nkudi Gatwa, on his cosmic adventures following the brief return of David Tennant as the 14th Doctor.
I saw that clip of 13's regeneration, and I saw who it was. I got excited.
I think it's a cool throwback. I think it's gonna be fun.
I mean, David Tennant
Yeah.
is a lot of people will say that he was one of their favorites. So
Another Steve. What? What?
All I'll say.
I know it's brief, but it's not. I'm sure David Tennant was even happy to come back as the iconic Doctor that he played for a good few years.
Yeah, I mean, he also got married to another.
Oh
actor
yeah,
that was the Doctor.
his wife is the gal who played as his quote unquote daughter, and
Yeah.
his father-in-law played as the 5th or 6th Doctor.
He was right after Tom Baker, so it'd be fifth.
So 5th, yes. Wow, talk about keeping it in the family.
Right?
In a sense.
And their son is on House of the Dragon.
Yep. Yep. I heard people call his son a nepo baby.
Oh yeah,
First time I ever heard that term.
really?
that's a big thing right now. Is people talking about nepo babies in
I'm
the
a
industry.
nepo baby.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I was born.
I don't know what you guys are talking
Waiting
about.
for the nepotism to come up because it's okay. Fun fact. Frey Girl got on this show because she's my daughter.
Oh no, that's absolutely incorrect.
I know that's
Fun fact, Doctor Who will return November 23rd with 3 special episodes that will see David Tennant return as the 14th Doctor to coincide with the show's 60th anniversary, and Catherine Tate will also return as Donna.
Yes.
Gatwa's first episode will air over the holidays. After that, Nkudi Gatwa will take over.
Yeah.
But you ready for this? Disney Plus will be the exclusive home for the new seasons of Doctor Who. I didn't even know they own the rights or the IP to it.
I think Fox owns the U.S. broadcasting rights, and that's how
it was on Max for a hot minute too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they're just playing keep away with a lot of iconic shows nowadays on the streaming services.
Interesting.
I mean, South Park is now officially on Paramount Plus with new seasons.
South Park
That's
is?
cool.
Yeah.
The new seasons are on Max too.
Jesus. Think of your mind streaming services. So frustrating.
Real
Like,
quick, shout out to STS Wrestling Channel. What's up? How's it going, buddy? Long time no see. Even though you messaged us earlier. Good to see you back online.
Howdy.
Hey, so from one, it's bigger on the inside to another, it's bigger on the inside. We got some Star Wars news.
Oh wait, she was waiting for this. Hold on. I was on the wrong page.
Pedro Pascal confirms he's mostly just voicing Din Djarin. That's sad.
He's shown his face 3 times.
I know, it's the worst kept secret.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, he's been mostly voicing Din Djarin for a while. Like he hasn't actually acted as Din Djarin since I think the first season.
Yeah, the end of the first season, I think is when he stopped. But yeah, they've always had like where they rotate too, so it's not like he's in the suit all the time anyway. Right. He wouldn't have been, and I think that's great. And the people that thought that he was in the suit the whole time, oh my sweet summer children.
Yeah.
Oh, my sweet summer children.
So I recently found out that John Wayne's grandson is one of the Mandalorian actors.
Yeah, Brendan Wayne.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So in the first season of The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal was involved with it as much as possible and was putting on the armor and actually being part of the on-set production process. As the series continued, Pascal started to step back more and more. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the actor confirmed that these days he's mostly just providing the voice for Din Djarin, which is basically what a lot of fans assumed anyway.
I mean, makes sense.
I mean, he was just doing ADR for the last season just because at the same time he was working on Last of Us, right? And Last of Us had a major production. I'm sure that he was just
I can't wait for season 2 of that one.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a while. They said it's gonna be a while because they have time jump on it anyways.
But I think Bando showed his face last time in season 2 when Grogu wanted to get his acceptance to go train with Luke.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, the finale.
He only showed his face. He only showed his face 3 times. Once at the end of season 1 and twice in season 2.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they haven't really. He hasn't done a lot of the stuff, and really the way that Brendan Wayne and Lateef Crowder, the way they move, they've got the moves down so well that
Pedro would be in the hospital if he tried doing any of that stuff.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Especially the stuff that Lateef Crowder does. Like Lateef Crowder, the way he moves in that armor is magical.
It is. It really is.
He does. It does have like they give the Mandalorian like a nice swagger. Like even like the way he was posing. When they were on Navarro and
Grief Karga, and he was just
when they saw the pirates for the first time.
Yeah,
Brendan Wayne is definitely channeling his inner dad.
Yeah,
or his grandfather. Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Mandalorian is basically a space western.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And of course, it's going to take 3 people to make the Mandalorian,
the voice, and then the 2 bodies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Because we all know Pedro's soft. He's a softie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who's the guy
total softie daddy?
Who's the guy who plays Bo-Katan, or the actress name? Katie Sackhoff.
Katie
Sackhoff. Yeah.
Yeah, she has more face.
You mean Starburst?
Starbuck.
Starbuck.
I mean, she has more. She has more face time than anything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, aside from her, the stunt double, she has more FaceTime showing her face than Mando does.
Yeah, I'm glad that she didn't keep with that part of the way. Because that, you can't have Bo-Katan hiding behind a mask. I'm sorry.
She also voiced Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars and Rebels too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I think in the Bad Batch, in the Bad Batch 2 she was voiced in.
I don't think she was in the Bad Batch.
No, she was just in Rebels and Clone Wars.
Yeah, she's just Rebels and Clone Wars. I haven't even got to see her in Rebels yet. We're still finishing.
You got to catch up.
I haven't even watched Rebels. I haven't even finished Clone Wars.
All right, both of you need to.
Your life is.
I'm like,
There's no excuses. There is absolutely no excuses. And by the way, Rebels is my favorite chapter of Star Wars. Out of all the Star Wars, the Mandalorian, the trilogy, the original trilogy, Rebels is where it's at. So Rebels does this nice mix of homage to Macquarie, nice tie-ins to the prequels, nice connections to the original trilogy, and also pushing the mysticism of the Jedi. So,
but then you're also getting all the expanded universe stuff that has been coming back into Star Wars.
Dave Filoni made sure that he wanted to reach out on the extended universe.
Yeah, because I mean, we got obviously like we're seeing it all right now, but we got Grand Admiral Thrawn, and Grand Admiral Thrawn was a character from like the 80s.
Yeah.
We're just one step closer to getting. We're just one step closer to getting Darth Talon.
Ooh!
Stop watching your British baking shows and go watch Rebels. Everybody.
I don't think we'll get Darth Allen just because of who he's connected to and how they've changed the story so much. What I want to see is Mara Jade, and everybody wants to see Mara.
Oh yeah, Luke's extended universe wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah,
I want that too. I like Mara Jade. I've always liked her.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Mara Jade. But kind of just to keep it moving here, guys. In Toss a Coin news, I'm on the wrong screen.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Exactly where we're going here.
It's
I was on the wrong
Witcher with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
I'm doing my Arnold impression. Sorry.
It looks like Netflix is currently in production on a Witcher spinoff series with the Expendables and Rocky 4 actor Dolph Lundgren, and he's in the cast. The news came from Lundgren himself during an interview with the Swedish outlet Aftonbladet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very famous. Very famous.
Sure. And he says that he's currently shooting a project in South Africa. As for what the spinoff could be, a previous report suggested that it could be for the Rats. In the novels, the Rats are an infamous group of young Nilfgaardian misfit criminals who targeted the rich and wealthy. The Rats are featured in series storyline as she joins them for a period of time. According to Redanian intelligence, the show will revolve around 6 teenage thieves who must rely on their criminal skills as they plan to the biggest heist of their career against the most dangerous crime ring in the kingdom. It sounds interesting enough as it is, right?
This would be Dolph Lundgren's third time playing anything fantasy related. First was Masters of the Universe. The sequel
I love that movie.
The sequel to In the Name of the King.
That's right.
And now this one.
He was in
the Punisher.
He was in Aquaman.
Oh, that's right. Also, fourth fantasy type film.
Yeah, he was. He was the. Yes, he was.
Yeah, he played as.
Hera's dad.
As Mira's dad.
Yeah, he played.
I didn't know that. When I saw that, I didn't know that was Dolph Lundgren until I watched the second time. Oh my god,
Dolph Lundgren with the beard.
I keep trying anything that with Amber Heard. I keep trying to block out of my mind.
Amber Heard.
I'm not against what you just said right there. The Rats will be featured in The Witcher Season 3, Episode 7 and 8 when Ciri will first meet them. They are meant to be featured even more in Season 4 of The Witcher, but between Season 3 and Season 4, the spinoff will be released. One member of the Rats, Christelle Elwin's Missile, is confirmed to appear in The Witcher Season 3. The Witcher Season 3 is launching in 2 parts later this summer. This will be Henry Cavill's last season starring as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher. Volume 1 arrives on June 29th, while Volume 2 hits the screens on July 27th. So later on, it's almost a month from now, we're going to be getting some new Witcher.
I may get Netflix just to finish The Witcher with Henry Cavill, then Liam Hemsworth apparently is taking over as Geralt.
Yes, he's taking over in Season 4, which is actually, we're about to talk about that now, because staying in toss, we're going to toss another coin to your Witcher here.
During a recent interview with Deadline, casting director Sophie Holland revealed that after shooting Season 4, they will move right into production on Season 5. She said, "We're just about to start filming on season 4 with Liam Hemsworth, and there will be a short gap. Then we go straight into season 5." So Liam's getting 2 seasons.
Yay!
He's got a lot of big shoes to fill. That's all I have to say.
He's tall enough.
I mean, he's also gonna have to shave his beard too, because unless they want to have Geralt with the beard already, like they did in the games.
Have you seen the mock-ups of the way he looks as Geralt of Rivia?
No.
He looks pretty dead on.
Does he look like Liam Hemsworth with white hair?
Kind of, but I mean, like, there was another role that he did that was very similar, and looking at him was like, you know what, he could pull this off.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Once I see a trailer with Liam Hemsworth, then I'll decide if I'm probably gonna watch it or not. If I want to keep Netflix.
That's fair. That's a fair. I mean,
hey, it's sad. I feel bad for Oh God, I'm dropping a Henry Cavill. But I know Henry Cavill is moving on to starring and producing Warhammer 40,000 TV show.
Yes, and I know that's
for either Amazon or Paramount. I'm not sure which one it is.
That's his passion.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy.
He's like Warhammer for a long time.
The guy literally paints, and he gets creative control in this one.
Yeah.
Officially, as far as I know.
Oh, who knows?
Man, season 5 already with Nam. I mean, The Witcher is a popular series on Netflix. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix doesn't bend. Avatar: The Last Airbender is ready to return to its roots while Netflix continues to work on the franchise's latest live-action entry. We don't mention M. Night Shyamalan. All eyes are on Aang and the gang as they prepare for
the Aang gang.
As they prepare for a combat. If you did not know, Avatar Studios is hard at work on a movie that will check in on our heroes as young adults. After much speculation, actress and a friend of the show, Jessie Flowers, has informed fans that the Avatar movie will recast most, if not all, of the show's original cast.
So she can return as Toph.
No, so she what she was saying is that everybody's been recast, and it's just all these characters are adults. They're supposed to be adults at this point. So I understand if they're recasting everybody. The only person who I think would be a dumb character to recast would be Zuko, because Dante Bosco also played him as an adult in the when they showed the adult scenes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. When he was an old man.
Right. So it's kind of like, all the other characters have had different voice actors play them as adults, but Dante Bosco still played Zuko as an adult. So that would be the only one that would be dumb to recast, because
to keep continuity and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Young teenager, adult, and then old person in Legend of Korra. That would make sense.
And I think it's because like him and Sokka were the only ones that were like a little bit older, right?
Yeah, that's true. They were more like
they're like in their late teens. Like they were like 17, like 16, 17, so
that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to have, like, if you're gonna if you're gonna keep anybody from the original cast, it would have to be Dante Bosco and I'm not remembering who played Sokka, but like the two actors who played them, because they already they had already been through puberty enough to where their voices were still the same.
That would make sense. I mean, I'm not familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, it's so good.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I agree. We don't talk about the M. Night Shyamalan. I make a joke with coworkers saying the twist is, because M. Night Shyamalan is known for twisting his movies. The twist is that actually worked in an Avatar movie.
Right.
The twist was, we tried to make a good movie, but it sucked.
Wow.
Would have been like Quentin Tarantino's James Bond movie. What?
Wait,
I didn't say anything.
What?
No, let's move on.
Quentin Tarantino, Star Trek?
No, he wanted to make a James Bond movie.
He also wanted to make a Trek movie.
Broccoli Kid said no.
Oh, I'm glad they said no to Quentin Tarantino. I love Quentin Tarantino movies, but I can't see a James Bond movie in this style.
All right, no cast has been revealed for Avatar first film, but we do know some details about the project. We know the Avatar Studios project will be done as a movie and follows Aang's team as young adults. Interesting that they're just diving right into young adults and not the kids. Currently, the big project is slated to debut in 2025, and director Lauren Montgomery will be overseeing the release in a few years' time.
I mean, they did 3 seasons of them as kids. I mean, it would make sense to make them young adults at this point because you've told all these stories of them as kids. Now you can tell a young adult story.
So that tells me it's going to be a continuation and not just
kind of like
hey,
what they
let's
did
retell
with
this property.
kind of like what they did with Rugrats All Grown Up.
Yeah. Now we're talking. This is an animated movie that we're talking about. This is actually so we reported on this a while back. This movie that we're talking about is actually going to be on Paramount Plus. It's one of the things that they announced.
That makes sense because Nickelodeon is a Paramount.
Right. The live action Avatar thing is at Netflix.
Yeah.
Don't get the two confused, people.
No, do not.
I mean, yeah, again,
Hello, Sewang.
Again, that does make sense. The Netflix version, the live action be on Netflix and the animated, because again, Nickelodeon and Paramount have done a lot of work together over the past 20 years.
Yeah, we can we can ask Grey Delisle in a couple of weeks over at Silver Edge Comic Con.
Oh, there you go.
Because she would return for just a random, cameo voice.
It's true, but I mean, like, because she played Azula, so I mean, like, and again, Azula is the older sister, so it's like even more reason to bring Grey Delisle back. Plus, one of the most prolific voice actors to exist. So I mean,
yes, and she's amazing.
Yeah,
yes,
she's amazing. Hey, so I heard a rumor. Well, actually, it's not a rumor, but I heard that Trent Reznor is doing something with the Turtles.
Yes, I'm so.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us more.
Good.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
In Heroes in the Half Shell news, we've now learned that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, the Social Network Soul Shin girl, the girl with the dragon. What is
they did all those soundtracks together.
All right. The girl with the dragon tattoo are scoring the movie, so we can expect it to have a great musical score.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to this movie, honestly.
Yeah, no, the trailer that came out looked really good.
It gives Into the Spider-Verse vibes. The fact that Jackie Chan is voicing Splinter.
Yes.
Yeah.
it fits though.
Now, so this bit of news, it came from the most recent episode of Hawk versus Wolf podcast. During the show,
it's on our show.
Huh?
Well, look at
like this on our show.
I mean, do you have Tony Hawk on your podcast?
Yeah,
we need Tony Hawk on our podcast.
Yeah, that's what we do. Say, hey, Tony Hawk, come on our show.
Iconic skateboarder and man about town, Tony Hawk revealed that Mutant Mayhem's original score would be composed by the acclaimed duo, saying Reznor and Atticus are working on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. When I went there, they were working on the soundtrack to that movie that Seth Rogen told us about. So Tony Hawk dropping all those names and telling me.
I also just love how this movie gives off Into the Spider-Verse vibes with like that 2D claymation.
Yeah.
And I will say,
right.
I do like April O'Neil's character in this one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a turtle fan.
What?
But, I'm not.
As I always say, there is nothing wrong with that.
I just look. I read the first comics, and they didn't speak to me like you do. So I do have a Teenage Mutant Mayhem Turtleopsis synopsis.
Teenage Mutant Mayhem Turtleopsis synopsis. James loves writing long ones.
Oh, it's good.
In Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem, after years of being sheltered from the human world, the Turtle Brothers set out to win the hearts of New Yorkers and be accepted as normal teenagers through heroic acts. Their new friend, April O'Neil, she helps them take on a mysterious crime syndicate, but they soon get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is punching, kicking, and slapping its way into theaters on August 4th.
Okay.
Ooh. I like
Again,
that.
that's pretty soon.
It is. It really is.
I'm excited for this just because, again, kind of what Wayne was just saying right now. I love the cell shading aspect of this. I love the animation that they have in the trailer. I love the fact that they actually got teenagers to play them,
And they look like teenagers this time, not like adults in the other adaptations.
yeah. I mean, I like the idea of having them be teens so they can relate to the audience. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, so I just don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think that's just a me thing. I hope it does really well, and I think it. Yeah.
You got Seth Rogen behind it.
Yeah. So everything Seth Rogen
that doesn't do that much for me.
Plus, you also got John Cena in it as well.
Yeah.
Again, that doesn't do anything
Who?
for me.
Wait, who are we talking about? Say that again. Say that name again.
You got John Cena voicing Rocksteady.
John Cena!
Oh my god.
He's branching out to like comic book stuff now. First, Suicide Squad, then his own spin-off series, Peacemaker. Now he's voicing Rocksteady and Mutants of Mayhem.
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoy everything they're doing here. Again, Frey, I know you said Seth Rogen doesn't do it for you, but I mean, does The Boys do it for you?
No, I'm not saying that. Look, here's the thing. These Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not a draw for me. Seth Rogen, not a draw for me. John Cena, definitely not a draw for me. So I'm just saying these three things do not make me want to see this movie.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is more so because he's a producer on this, and it's usually the things that he produces are really good. Things like Preacher, things like The Boys. You know,
and I've loved those. I'm just saying he's not a selling point for me.
Gotcha.
I was gonna watch The Boys before because I read the comics, and I was gonna watch, and I watched Preacher because
you read the
comics.
I've heard that The Boys comics is something else.
It is. So I mean, it does deviate after like in the second season.
Yeah.
The comic deviates from the show because there's one
some of
thing.
the crap that they do in the comic.
Oh my god, yeah.
I've heard. I've seen like pages from the comics. Like, okay, I can see why they're doing that.
Yeah.
Well, like they made Soulja Boy a much more interesting character in the show than he was in the comics.
Oh yeah.
But then
Soulja Boy, tell him
they definitely completely changed Black Noir because there was one thing that I was hoping for to happen, but we're obviously not getting it. Again, spoilers for a show that we're about to get the next season pretty soon, but just spoilers for people, close your ears just for a second. Black Noir died last season, so it's like,
maybe.
But the thing is with them taking off, like demasking Black Noir, it definitely killed the storyline from the comic.
Yeah, it did.
Because in the comic, Black Noir is actually a clone of Homelander.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and there's like, well, again, it's not going to happen in the show because they obviously made he's not a clone of Homelander at this point when you look at him, right? And he doesn't have
and the
powers,
Comic book spoiler that's been out forever. I mean,
right?
This is not a new comics.
Yeah, that comic came out like a long time ago, but I mean, like
30
yeah,
years ago.
yeah, like Black Noir. Basically, they put him on the team so that he could keep Homelander in check.
Yeah,
and it's basically himself keeping Homelander in check the entire time. And
that's why he understands his milk obsession.
Right. And that's why he stays quiet, is because they made it to where like they cut off his tongue in the show, but in the comic he was quiet because he like everyone would know that he was a clone of Homelander if he talked.
Yeah, if he said something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way more effed up in the comic.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like things that are messed up. What's funny is the orgy that happened last season was in the comic, and it was way more graphic. So it's
really
like
was. It was wow. I swear the pages were sticky.
They had to be.
Ew.
It's pretty messed up.
So bad.
The comic is really messed up, but I mean, like, you know, I welcome some of these changes. You know, I felt like it gave more depth to Black Noir with the way that they changed his character. Again, Soldier Boy was kind of like a boring character in the comic, and he was kind of way more badass in the show. So
absolutely.
I heard a rumor, and I'm not sure if it's true because it's TikTok and the internet. Apparently, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is supposed to be in the next season of The Boys.
Yeah,
yes,
he is. He's supposed to be.
Oh, okay, so it's not so it is a rumor or is it true?
No, like he said it, like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Well,
wow.
It. So yeah, so he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I think. Didn't Kripke say he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited to have Jeffrey on" or something? Like, I don't know. I'm on Twitter and they were talking about it.
That makes a whole lot of sense then, because you know, all they're needing now is the guy who played as Sam Winchester.
That would be Jared
Padalecki
from Subway.
Padalecki, yeah. Jared Padalecki.
Wait, I just saw John Wick for like a hot second there.
Yeah, we were gonna get into the next story. I was trying to cue it up, and I clicked it by accident.
He's trying to move us along since he got to say what he wanted to say.
I was trying to cue it up, and I clicked on the wrong thing.
Wow,
moving right along.
All right, and on that one, good. Yeah. Good night, everybody. I'll see you guys next.
All right, now's your chance. Now's your chance, Frey.
Oh.
No, I don't have anything.
Just act like I'm not here.
Let's
It's
move
fine.
on.
Just act like I'm not here.
Turtles enough.
You heard that? You heard that? Everyone just act like Bill's not here.
In I know Kung Fu. No, wait. Where's my dog news? John Wick Chapter 4 took the action franchise to an insane new level after the movie was released. There was a lot of talk regarding if there would be another film. If not, in the end, the movie was a huge success for Lionsgate, and they're definitely going to want to keep that going. So during the Lionsgate Q4 2023 earnings call, Motion Picture Group Chairman Joe Drake confirmed that John Wick Chapter 5 is in development.
I don't need this franchise to turn into another Fast franchise.
I was gonna say, how is this gonna work if anyone's seen? I mean, even when me and a few friends talked about it when I was recording for some Batman Arkham gameplay. Like, how is that gonna work?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of different things that are in the pipeline right now. It's like we have more John Wick coming. We don't need another movie. Just let these other things kind of play out.
Just let it die.
I'm actually curious on.
Do Revan. Come on, let him do Revan.
Seriously.
Oh,
I'm actually curious how the Continental is going to work out, considering that Lance Reddick passed away.
Yeah, that's
because he was supposed to be the main character on that. So it's like, oh man, I wonder.
I know the Continental that's coming out is a prequel that takes place in the 1970s.
Okay.
They could just cast a younger actor.
Yeah. I saw the trailer for the Continental. Apparently it's supposed to take place in the 70s. They have oh god, what's his name? South Park's made fun of him. He also made Passion of the Christ.
Oh, James Caviezel?
No, not him.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, Mel Gibson is also
Martin Scorsese.
Mel Gibson is also going to be in the prequel series Continental.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because
he's very problematic.
And the content, well, from what I saw in the trailer, I don't know if it was. All I know is the Continental is going to take place on how Winston came about owning the Continental.
Gotcha. I mean, like that plus Ballerina, which is supposed to be a spinoff of the second movie.
Takes place between John Wick 3 and 4.
Right, and then there's also there's a AAA video game that they're working on.
It's not the first John Wick video game to come out because they did make a John Wick game that is in the style of like it's like an RTS type game.
And he
Yeah.
knew kung fu.
If anyone knows, if people say, "Oh, there needs to be a John Wick game," there is technically one. It's an RTS game that takes place, like before the events of the first film, and the premise is John Wick saving Winston and Charon.
It's an RTS, or is it a?
It's like it's that top-down view type game. Real time. It's like real time strategy in a sense.
Like Zelda? Top
No.
down view?
It's an art. If you look up John Wick for the John Wick game for the PS4,
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, but there is technically a John Wick game, and it's a prequel to the first movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when he's actually full Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
That's a fun word.
I love
Someone
that
was
word.
saying how they need to make a John Wick film about the final task that Vigo gives them before he retires to marry his wife.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat. But
You know what they need to make? In Twinning news, Arnold Schwarzenegger was hoping to work with Danny DeVito again on the Twins sequel that was in development, but the project ended up being canceled after director Ivan Reitman passed away. Now, Schwarzenegger recently revealed that he is working on making a James Bond-style action comedy with Danny DeVito.
That's interesting. Have you guys seen Fubar yet?
No.
So me and Jackie just finished watching it, and it's like
Jack and I
just finished watching Fubar, and it's like it's funny. There's a lot of like references to his entire career, and it's basically it's a spin on True Lies. Like it's True Lies if it would have went in a different direction.
Oh,
If it
the
would
one
have
that recently
been-
came out, the recent one that came on Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, with his daughter.
Yeah, the whole thing is supposed to be like True Lies if Jamie Lee Curtis would have never found out that he was a spy.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. And it's basically he spent an entire life as a spy. He's trying to retire, but then an agent gets stuck behind enemy lines, and he's the only one that they can get to come to get him out. And it turns out that his daughter is a spy that he didn't know was a spy.
Oh, spoiler alert.
It's in the trailer, dude. And it's basically just like, it's like comedy action between the two of them and them fixing their relationship and stuff. Definitely set it up for another season. But a lot of people are complaining about like, yeah, Arnie needs to stop doing action films because like a lot of the action scenes were either him being really slow and not like, he's not believably beating the crap out of people, or it's obviously his stunt guy.
I mean,
Oh.
if I told Arnie that he can't do something like that, I feel like he would knock my teeth in. Like I'm not gonna tell a guy who's like pushing 80, hey, you can't do this anymore.
I know, right? And it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can't tell him what to do. He's going to do what he wants to do.
But I mean, it's going to be
He was
interesting
the
to see him do,
governor.
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him do another action thing if his movements are the same as how he portrayed everything in Fubar.
Well, I mean, in that Terminator film, they basically put his face on a younger actor.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this
It
should
was
be
a
interesting.
Don't
bad
ruin the
decent
magic,
too.
people.
But this should be interesting seeing these two. These two haven't been in a movie since the 90s.
Since Twins.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, since
yeah.
Twins.
Oh wait, no,
Fully-
there was Twins. Junior was the other one.
Junior, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Where he was
He's
playing,
pregnant.
where he was pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're-
Yeah, that
again, they haven't been
masterful piece of cinema.
again,
I
they
mean-
haven't been together since the 90s, and I remember people were talking about how if they ever made like a Twins reboot, how they wanted Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart to play.
that would be hilarious.
Or the other one was Jason Momoa and Peter Dinklage.
Oh my god, that's another good one.
Or like one of those big guys and like Charlie Day. That would be funny.
Harley Day
You
would
mean, oh,
be
you mean
the greatest.
like Chris Pratt and Charlie?
Chris Pratt and Charlie Day actually would be kind of funny. Would be kind of good.
Since they were brothers in the Mario.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Philippe, read this line that I have highlighted in your best Arnold Schwarzenegger
I'm
voice.
finally doing regularly the things that I was meant for. I can do both action and comedy, and this Danny DeVito project will be one of those projects. where you see both action, James Bond kind of things, but also very funny.
Oh, that's so perfectly spot on.
All right, close it out.
No date on when the new film would get to the chopper. Now! The chopper!
Do it.
Come on, do it!
That is
All right,
hilarious.
that worked out.
I think I just
You just broke me.
In I'll Be Back news,
I'll be back.
James Cameron has been writing a new Terminator movie, and it's heavily inspired by artificial intelligence. In fact, before he finishes it, he wants to see how things play out with AI in the real world before he finishes his script.
He's like, do I want to make a movie or is Skynet actually going to happen?
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
Jeez. Speaking of the Fast and Furious franchise, that's what the Terminator franchise has turned it into. Oh, except Fast and Furious. Except Fast and Furious has been consistent, and the timeline for Terminator is basically like how they did with what they did with the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all goofy. So Cameron revealed. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What?
No, I'm just James Cameron.
He's
His time is past.
problematic right now.
There's no blue people in this movie, so you should be fine. So Cameron revealed this update on a new movie during a recent appearance at the Dell Tech World Conference.
So he went to
He's been working on the script for.
He went to an.
He's been working on the script for about 3 months. No, me. I'm supposed to talk. He's been working on the script for about 3 months.
Oh yeah, this one won't be out for at least a decade, so we're good.
Exactly.
Knowing
him and the way his movies are.
Arnold's pushing 90, and he's like trying to play a younger version of himself.
No, you just have his son play him. That's all it is. You have Arnold.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, his son does look almost like a spin image of him. Yeah,
just better teeth. Patrick's teeth are way better than his dad's.
Patrick looks a lot like his mommy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Has anybody seen what his Mexican son looks like?
Oh yeah, I saw how his son looks like a little bit like him and a little bit like his mother.
Yeah,
that's been like a good thing being covered over TikTok. Anyway, James, you were saying.
Well, that's usually how kids work. James Cameron said, "Well, I'm not afraid, but I'm certainly pretty concerned about the potential for misuses of AI. I think AI can be great, but also it could literally be the end of the world. You talk to all the AI scientists, and I know a bunch of them, and every time I put my hand up at their seminars or something, they just start laughing and say, 'Oh, that's the Skynet guy. Sure, really want to hear from you.' The point is that no technology has never not been weaponized, which is true. And do we really want to be fighting something smarter than us and that isn't on our own world? No, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Right here, guys.
So
that's his youngest son. He's definitely the one that needs to play the Terminator.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. He looks way more like his daddy.
So basically, from what I'm gathering, they're considering on using AI to write the next script for this film.
Yeah, that's what James Cameron wants to do. So
I mean,
ChatGPT, get in the chopper.
I get it because with the Writers Guild of America on strike, I've been hearing a lot lately how since that a lot of people have been wanting to use AI to write script because the whole that.
That's a whole can of worms that we should probably leave the lid on. Just gonna
not just put it in the back shelf and never touch it.
I'm just throwing this out there. His Mexican son is ripped.
Oh jeez. I mean, if they ever want to do Hercules in reboot for Hercules in Manhattan,
Arnold Schwarzenegger's youngest son. Hold on, so you guys can see him. Arnold Schwarzenegger's youngest son is almost as ripped as he is. He was.
Oh jeez.
He'd play a good Braun.
Wow.
He'd be a good Braun, I think. Well, Braun's Asian though, so that wouldn't work. So I was gonna say this quote from Mr. Cameron.
Mhm.
sounds a lot like he's overhyping AI and maybe being a little. I know scientists. I know AI scientists, and they're
I
cool.
didn't know there
They're
were. I
friends of
didn't.
mine.
I didn't know there were AI scientists.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. I actually saw something on YouTube about AI, and we have yet to create the super intelligent AI, which if we do that, that's when Skynet happens. And I just don't think as a
Have you not
society
watched
we
movies
would
from the
do
80s
that
and 90s?
because you can't capitalize on it. And we're a capitalistic society, so we would never let it get to that point.
Have you not seen that
Mhm.
one movie where the robot says, "Sorry, Dave, I can't do that"?
Yeah, I've seen all
Have we
of
not
them.
learned? Have we not learned anything from movies from like the late 90s, late 80s, where late 80s, early 90s, where
You talking about war games? You talking about war
Yes.
games?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
what we
No, I
don't
think you were talking about 2001: A Space
Space
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yes,
Odyssey,
That
that was in the
he was,
70s.
but yeah, war games.
we don't need self-aware AIs at all. That's
No.
not something we need.
No.
There's also that one movie I can't remember where an artificial intelligence slowly takes over a man's body. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's a really good movie.
Are you talking about not robots?
I think you're thinking of Cyborg from Justice League, but
No,
No.
the movie. It's like a horror type movie. It came out a few years ago where this guy gets into an accident and these guys kill his wife, and he's given this
yeah,
artificial
that's
intelligence.
that's the horror movie that was Joss Whedon's Justice League. So
No, okay,
yeah,
well,
that's it.
not. Well, there's another one. I can't remember the name of it. It's all anyway.
Dear
Yeah, no.
God. I need to take this next one. So
No date when James Cameron will need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle again.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
And you know who's gonna be the Terminator this time? Somebody from not the Navi.
Joseph Baina, apparently. Joseph
And
Baina.
he'll be blue. He'll be
Yeah.
blue.
No,
Will the whole movie look like an AI?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Again, I was going through these pictures of Joseph Baina and his dad, and like
Stop.
I'm telling you, the dude is
okay.
Stop
this is his dad.
thirsting over
Yeah, I know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's
Save-
sons, Phil.
Save your thirst trap for another podcast. All right, come on.
Right?
You guys
Oh my
not see how
God.
built
Save
this dude is?
Save that for OnlyFans, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
wow,
gosh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
like seeing that to begin with. Why would you like?
Jesus
I'm
Christ,
Save-
triggered.
like
Thanks for
it's bad.
triggering me. Oh my god.
Save that for the distance thirsting podcast.
Distance thirsting.
Thirsting.
Yes, that sounds about right. In Plata news. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get on this. Den of Thieves and playing director Christian Gudegast is set to write and direct a new film based on mixed martial artist Hoist Gracie and the birth of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Gracie talked about the project, saying, "I remember I can't do a Brazilian.
I was gonna say
I'm not going to do a Brazilian accent. I remember every detail of that night. The intensity of it was palpable, but even then, I did not appreciate the incredible impact that it would have and the significance that it would carry for years to come. Not just for me, but for the world of martial arts. Everything I am is because of jiu-jitsu, and I'm excited for the world to hear my story.
It's pretty
I'm
cool to
excited
see.
for this because I do jiu-jitsu, or I used to do jiu-jitsu.
That's pretty
yeah.
cool that we're getting a movie about the UFC, a movie based off the UFC.
Kind of. They're going to talk about the first UFC fight because Hoist Gracie debuted on that, and he kicked the crap out of a Muay Thai fighter using nothing but jiu-jitsu. But we do have a James. You want to start it so that way I can do it?
Oh, I was gonna do it.
Oh, go ahead. No, Frey, do it.
OMG, we got a synopsis armbar obsess.
OMG, we got a synopsis armbar opsis. Synopsis. The Untitled Project takes place on the night that Hoist Gracie proved Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as the most effective fighting style, one that would ultimately become a major component of today's UFC mixed martial arts. The story will also chronicle Gracie's debut in UFC 1, on November 12th, 1993, when the fighter achieved the unthinkable during the organization's inaugural competition.
The Last Dragon. Did he achieve the Last Dragon?
He did. Absolutely. Do you
That's
see the
awesome.
picture of him up here? He's definitely the Last Dragon. Look at him.
Absolutely. Show enough.
Show enough. He is the Shogun of Harlem. That night, Gracie took down 3 fighters, and it's considered to be the night that the UFC was born. Derived from Japanese jiu-jitsu, which is rooted in samurai traditions, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu formed in Brazil in the 1920s when Japanese fighter Mitsuyo Maeda moved from Japan to Brazil and began training Royce's uncle, Carlos Gracie. It was Carlos, along with his younger brother Helio, who fathered Royce, that carried on the tradition across the family and propelled the sport into international fame. Fun fact, I didn't get trained by Ralph Gracie, but I went to Ralph Gracie New Academy, and that's where I did jiu-jitsu for like the longest time.
Nice.
And that's
very cool.
Yeah, that's Royce Gracie's son. So that's how I know that you pronounce Royce as Royce and not as Royce.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, well, it says Royce. Okay.
Yeah, you pronounce it Royce Gracie. Same thing. His son was Ralph Gracie, spelled Ralph, right? But Ralph Gracie. And no, I trained at New Academy. I remember getting hit with kendo sticks.
Ooh, and those things are hard.
Hey, you're part of the Gracie lineage.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. That's the one thing about training with at Gracie New Academy is white belts were taking out brown belts at any other academy, like any other place that was jiu-jitsu. And it was just because the way that they train you is like it's just they expect a lot higher from you. And the other thing is they build muscle memory by every time you make a mistake, they hit you with the kendo stick. And it's like, this sucks. I hate getting hit with this thing, and if for some reason, kendo stick went missing, they'd hit you with a bamboo stick. Like it sucked no matter what. So
my favorite fighter is Miyamoto Musashi.
Miyamoto Musashi.
He was born in 1584.
The Art of War.
The Art of War. No, or not the art.
No.
It's not the Art of War. He's
Dude
he's a samurai.
Made a sword out of a paddle and kicked this guy's butt.
Yeah. She's talking old school samurai.
So who are they gonna have play as Royce Gracie in this film?
I don't know. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's a lot of different people that you can get to do that. Again, you would want somebody who has a decent Brazilian accent, if not a Brazilian actor, and somebody who practices jujitsu, because you like they're probably going to be rolling. They're probably going to be doing a lot of mat work and things like that. It's true you can train somebody. But like even for like film and stuff like that, like it's gonna look a lot better on screen if they know what they're doing.
Oh, and yes, STS, the movie I was talking about was called Upgrade.
Oh, there you go.
So there's no date when the film will enter the octagon.
Be interesting. I imagine they're also gonna have like on-site trainers who work for the UFC to help train whoever's gonna play.
Husby,
I'm sure they're gonna get an actual Gracie. They're gonna get an actual Gracie, like somebody within the family lineage.
There's a Gracie here in Sacramento.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Over in the
Phil knows because he's stalking that.
No, because I in the Thomas. It's if you know James, you'll know this because they're not in Sacramento, but in the Thomas, you know where McDonald's is in the Thomas?
Hell yeah.
So right behind that McDonald's, there's a Gracie Academy.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, this may be a movie I may like seeing because I do like seeing some movies based off true events.
I really like contact sports.
Pending on how true they go into the movie.
Speaking of contact sports,
hold on. By the way, that's a Hoff Gracie Academy.
Yes,
here in Sacramento.
Yes,
just FYI.
Cool.
But again, speaking of sports, and we're gonna go into James's gushing news.
Say the line.
In the autumn wind, is a Raider news.
Will Ferrell is in talks to take on the role of NFL legend John Madden in a new sports movie titled Madden, which is being directed by David O. Russell, American Hustle, Amsterdam, and The Fighter.
He looks like John Madden.
He kind of does.
He does.
Honestly, he does have a very John Madden face.
And on SNL, he played like was it a radio sports announcer that was always drunk all the time with the big glasses? Do you remember
Harry
that?
Carey. He played Harry Carey from the Chicago Cubs.
Oh God, he still looks so much like John Madden.
Harry
That is
Carey.
scary. I feel like it's gonna be like a partial comedy film that has Will Ferrell in it.
Oh yeah, it has to.
So the
Even
story
on
for the
purpose.
movie picks up with the legendarily fiery coach after he exits the NFL as he teams with Electronic Arts to become the unlikely co-creator of a pioneering video game franchise. So it's not necessarily about him being an NFL coach, but more about like how the Madden game kind of took over, and got going.
Yeah.
So
Oh my God,
It's kinda
this is going to
interesting.
be in the Barbieverse.
Yeah, I know,
Or
right?
Legoverse.
So wait, the first didn't the first Madden NFL game come out with the late 80s?
93, I think, actually.
Yeah, it was early
Oh,
90s. I would say.
It's funny. I said 93, and I looked down at the copy, and it's like, oh, 93. Okay, I was right.
So basically, kind of like how they
Bill
made
reads good.
basically kind of like how they made like the Tetris movie and the Air movie about Michael Jordan's shoe. Okay,
I still need to see that. I want to see that.
really good movie.
So let me set y'all straight. So the first game in the series, John Madden Football, was released in 1988 on various computer platforms. In 93, the franchise underwent a significant evolution with the release of Madden NFL 94. This installment introduced the use of official NFL teams. I think there was only like 11 teams on the
Right.
previous version. And player licenses, bringing the real team names, player names, and accurate team rosters to the game. So you're right. That 93 version is
Right.
the rebirth that
I
kind of
kicked
launched it.
everybody's butt.
Yeah,
on
because
that.
the 88 version was basically Tecmo Bowl.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And wasn't it like a Will Ferrell did an excellent Harry Carey.
He did. That was amazing.
Harry Carey.
I gotta look that, but just again, look at this picture of Will Ferrell right there. He does look like
He's got a very
40-something
Madden face.
a 40-something-year-old John Madden.
Yeah,
or
I
50.
could see that. Yeah.
Just need to put a little weight on him, and he could be.
I'm glad to see Will Ferrell taking on more biographical roles.
Mm-hmm. After
Yeah, I
winning a
mean-
Super Bowl for the Raiders. Thank you very much, John Madden. Appreciate
Right.
that.
Yeah, I mean, he did such a good job with Ron Burgundy, and that was such a historic role for him. So yeah, this should be good.
Milk was a bad idea. I'm in a gas case of emotion.
Oh my gosh.
San Diego.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be a comedy type movie. It has Will Ferrell. I can't picture seeing Will Ferrell play a serious role.
Yeah, I think
No date. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I was just making stuff up. So let's go ahead.
No date on when the Madden film will take the field. Harry Carey. Everybody likes the Harry Carey. Don't you like hot dogs? Harry Carey.
Oh my
And now we
god.
gotta go back and watch that.
God, shout out to Bear Trap here.
Yeah,
Chiming in,
Bear Trap.
Bear Trap. And if you don't like hot dogs, you should like merch, people.
We got merch, people.
We got hats that are $35 or $30 if you're gonna buy two. Good luck getting that second one. We also got shirts, so DM us at Instagram at Distance Nerding if you want to get a hat, if you want to get a shirt, we'll make a deal if you want both. We have most sizes available in the shirts, so just DM us, let us know what size you're looking for. They're $20 if you're local here in Sacramento, $25 if we gotta ship it to you, and if you want more merch, check
We
out
got more merch,
Lucharilla's Más merchandiso at lucharillas.com. So we got Distance Nerdarilla shirt if you want a Nerdarilla shirt. Or we got bump boxes. We got memory card things. What else do we got over there?
Bottle openers.
Bottle openers. I forgot about the bottle openers.
Koozies.
Flamethrowers.
Koozies.
We got official flamethrowers and
There is
Uzis.
a branded cannon. Yes, you can get a branded distance nerding cannon. You get the patented far flying cannonball, and you can shoot holes in ships, and it is great.
As Yogurt would say, merchandising.
Merchandising.
Distance nerding the flamethrower. Also, distance nerding the Young Phil Kung Fu action toy figure. Comes with full karate chop action. Okay, I'm done.
It comes with removable tattoos. Just like you can put them on there.
That's the next merch piece, the sleeve.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
You guys can get a James action figure.
Yeah.
With removable glasses because he can't see.
Oh wait, the glasses.
That's
Oh,
good.
that's cool.
That's great.
It's like I got LASIK. That's cool. If you want more jokes and stupid humor, Mondays game streams are from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. So check out what Phil, you're playing the Survivor, the Jedi.
Jedi Survivor right now. Now, unfortunately, I apologize, guys. I haven't played for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, it's because I had to I had to take Saturday off to do the con, to do Powerhouse, and I had to work to make up for that Saturday I took off. And then this week, they gave me overtime for Memorial Day, and I took it. So
yeah.
Hey, you gotta get that cheddar cheese.
I gotta pay the bills. But I will be playing this week, guys. We'll get back on some Jedi Survivor and get back on the games. Of course, schedule you can see at the bottom of the screen right now. Tuesdays, the download, the show you're watching right now, 6:30 to 8:30. We talk news, rumors, all the fun stuff, everything that's going on in the world that you live in as far as nerd stuff. And then Thursdays, the build. From 6 to 8 on Twitch and YouTube. Come and hang out with all of us as I build Lego on screen. We talk to fun people that are in the industry, celebrities, anywhere from comic book artists and writers to Darth Vader himself, and hang out with a bunch of nerdy friends and do brackets and stuff. Frey Girl's been on the last couple weeks talking DC with us.
And the chats are so funny. I
Oh
just
my
have
God.
to say, the people in the chats, you definitely bring it. So
Yeah. Jamez, it's funny. Like, it seems like he's giving himself credit, but he's only there for like 5 minutes and then he leaves.
But the amount of time, the amount of jokes that come in those 5 minutes are amazing.
This week's episode was actually stupid fun.
You are welcome.
Bunch of fun. No, I'm not giving you credit at all. I'm giving Graveyard all the credit. That dude is freaking funny.
But also,
yeah,
me.
that was an off the hook episode.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. There's jokes left and right coming
Because
out
of the chat. Yes.
Sure, whatever you say, man. So getting in from there, if oh, and by the way, guys, if you have ideas for the show, right? You guys want to give us any kind of like you have an idea for a segment, or you want to have us read your email on the air or anything like that, send us an email, guys. All you have to do is head over to nerding at AOL.com.
Oh my god.
I thought you froze for a second.
No,
Yeah, I did too. But I was like,
It's
wait, he did that deliberately.
it's because of the gap between dist and ints. I've said at this point, I'm not changing it. I'm leaving it the way it is. But yeah, send us an email, guys. Or if you rate us on Apple Podcasts, which actually reminds me, we did get a new rating here.
Really?
Yes. But if you rate us on Apple Podcasts, we will read it on the air, which is actually what I'm going to do right now. We got a new rating here. Right here.
Or if you want to email us and request to be on the show, that works as well too. It worked out for Cam.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of Cam, Cam was the one who rated us, and it says
Shout out to
awesome
Cam.
group of nerdy people.
Aw, we love you, Cam.
We do. We love you so much, Cam. Thank you so much for continuing to support us, man. We will continue to support you, buddy. So that is it for us this week here. Let's get some pluggables in here. Wayne, we've had a whole bunch of fun with you, man.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Wayne, you've mentioned TikTok 17 times. You've been dying to tell us about your TikTok. Tell us what your TikTok
I
handle
was
is.
gonna say, give us your pluggables, man. Tell the fine people out there where they
You
can
can
find
find me at Wayne the Unknown on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I don't really post a whole lot on TikTok. I don't post a lot. I'm more active on Instagram and YouTube. Thursdays, you can see me on gaming content, gaming with friends, where people will join me and basically roast me at gaming. This week, I'll be posting some new episode for Spider-Man. Fridays, you can find me on Geeking Out. Be sure to join me and Bob as we commentate on Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and then on Saturday for some cosplay con talk. Be sure to join me as I'm joined by Kurt Liedtke of KCC Comic Con as we talk about their upcoming con, KCC Comic Con 2023, and then shortly after that, I am joined by Click Photo as we talk about what it's like doing photos for cosplayers. That's about it.
super awesome. Sorry, I'm typing something real quick.
You got to get us connected with these cons. I've never heard of these cons, so
But
Oh,
ECC, that's
Yeah,
like a
kids-
big con.
Klamath Community College in Klamath Falls, Oregon. This is their second year, and they announced some guests. They're getting Leica Studios as a guest, the company behind movies like Coraline, Kubo and the Two Strings, and many more.
awesome.
Nice.
Sweet.
Frey, tell everybody what you do outside of distance nerding.
Well, I'm here on Tuesdays, so you guys know that I've been here. It's not new. And on
Wednesdays, you
Saturdays-
live stream and rearrange your Wonder Woman collection. Yes. No?
Oh my
Oh,
god,
okay.
if I ever, that would be so boring. Please, if I ever try and do something like that, just please tell me it's just
It would be on Twitch. It would be just chatting, and you know that you would get 1,000 people watching you just because. Oh, it's a
I'm
girl
just
moving
dusting.
toys. It's a girl dusting
Oh.
toys.
And now they're kissing. What? No. Okay.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
The scene from oh god.
But yeah, so on Saturdays, I'm on Kyber Cave Productions, our sister channel. I do the Saturday morning nerd out with Graveyard, and we talk a lot of nerdy stuff. So, and we're trying so hard to get it under an hour. We're trying. Just bear with us.
That's never easy. getting
And also,
anything
the
under an
people in
hour.
that chat are so good. The chat
gosh,
jokes are
yeah.
so good in that. So I'm
The
just saying.
chat is,
Yeah.
you know, any basically James is saying any chat that he's in is worth hanging out in.
Comedy gold,
Hey.
people.
Hey guys, go
yeah.
watch comicbook.com because James is usually in that chat too.
Yeah, so yeah, I do that. I mod for Distance Nerding. I mod for Kyber Cave. I mod. Have my own Twitter thing. I'm at Frey Girl on that. I do a lot of weird stuff on there. So, and I'm also on YouTube at Frey Girl, and then on TikTok I am Gotham.Oracle, and on Instagram I am Gotham_Oracle. Yeah. And I like posting lots of stuff. My corgis have their own channel on Instagram. So like I got you covered. You want to
Give the corgis a plug. What's their
Corgis.
handle?
It's at Gal the Corgi, and actually she's on TikTok as well. That same moniker at Gal the Corgi. So she's on both. Because
I
why
love
not?
Tiger and everything.
She's real. She's been a real princess today, like really been a princess today. So, but yeah, and then Proxy makes appearances, and our non-corgi Andy, she makes appearances as well. So you know, we like to have fun with our animals.
Oh my god, there's the cutest picture of Gal on this. Is so adorable. Okay.
Yeah, so that's me. I'm
All
done.
right. Well, there we go. Well, guys, you guys know who we are. James, Sign us out.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerding 10 Post.
Ladies and gentlemen, I say it every single week, and it's because it is a great thing that you can do if you really want to support Distance Nerding and help us along our journey, trying to entertain all of you. Join the taco party. Ladies and gentlemen, head over to distancenerding.com, hit that little button on the top left-hand side, and you'll see join the taco party. You see the taco party right there. You can buy us a taco, ladies and gentlemen. And buying us tacos just does nothing but support us and help us continue doing these shows, because it is not easy. Guys, connect with us at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, GeoCities, MySpace, OnlyFans, all at Distance Nerding.
No space in there.
No space. And the MySpace.
No,
Thanks.
No space like MySpace.
Gracias. And keep nerding together.
Yay.
We
All
do it
right.
Together. That's
I know.
Cute.
So adorable. All right, guys, time for the dance party. You guys know the deal. Let's get this going.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Distance nerding.
Oh, yeah. Off the top rope. Oh. Drop kick. Headbutt. This is my Taco Libre.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
We'll see everybody on Thursday.